We continue to follow breaking news at 8 o'clock. A judge has issued a temporary injunction, putting the brakes on some major service cuts SEPTA had planned. We're breaking down what all this means for SEPTA riders as we head into the Labor Day weekend. Good evening, everyone. I'm Yuki Washington. Now, these changes have been unfolding within the last few hours, and here's what we have learned. The judge's order means SEPTA cannot go forward with the 21.5% fare hike slated for Monday. Service on regional rail lines cannot be cut on Tuesday. Current service reductions will, though, remain in place. And another hearing is set for the 4th of September. CBS Philadelphia's Dan Snyder reports now from City Hall.
Judge grants a temporary injunction saying SEPTA cannot move forward with further cuts to its system. That means regional rail cuts planned for Tuesday cannot take effect. However, it does not mean SEPTA will have to reverse the cuts it already has in place. So any cuts to bus, trolley, or subway lines will remain for now. Attorney George Bacchetto, who represents the group of citizens in this case, called this ruling a win. And while SEPTA says they're happy for their regional rail customers, they also had concerns about turning around its system to prevent the regional rail cuts by Tuesday. They have previously said they'd need around 10 days to reverse the cuts and said the regional rail process has already started. But General Manager Scott Sauer says they will do their best to comply.
The judge wants us to keep service at the levels that we're running today. That's going to take a lot of effort. We know we needed 10 days to turn this around. So we're going to take a look and see how best we can comply with that order.
She said and made it crystal clear she's heard more than enough evidence to grant the relief that the plaintiffs have requested today, and we're delighted that she did so, and we couldn't be happier for the citizens of Philadelphia.
So again, big takeaways for riders this afternoon. Any service cuts that are in place today will remain. The injunction ruled SEPTA is not allowed to move forward in this phase, so the plan to reduce service on regional rail cannot go forward. And this case is not over. These sides are slated to be back here at City Hall on Thursday. SEPTA officials say they will present more testimony, while Bacchetto says at that time he will ask the judge to reverse the cuts that are already in place by SEPTA. At City Hall, Dan Snyder, CBS News, Philadelphia.